Okay. All right, back. All right. Let me remind myself. It's something I want to say here about like Pocahontas for some reason. Like that energy has been really, I don't know, on my mind lately. You know what I'm saying? As if the part where again she was taken, overseas or something like that. I'm just trying to really remember what the storyline was about that. If she was actually, you know, I can't remember. But again, something is telling me to stop and look into it today. So hopefully I'll have time to do so. Um, hmm. That's what I'm saying about any of us, just really being really smart in these times here, okay? Because then if you, it's almost like that kind of energy about like trying to get something out of a hole, like a mole probably out of a hole. You're gonna try to set a couple snares and traps, and if you can't get it to move, then you wanna, you'll try fear, you'll try pressure, you'll try all these things, and then naturally they'll try to go in and remove it. mm. By force, right? So again, loading people up with impossible demands that they themselves don't even try and keep. So again, that's me talking earlier. Again, same thing. We're just saying this real time. Even people, expecting you to be there when it comes to the word, right? And tapping into your energy or whatever when it comes to the word, but they expect when we're supposed to be working together, right? But they expect you to do that and then also be someone that does what they do because they think if you want what I have, then you should do what I do. And I don't really need to help you, but you should figure it out yourself. But at the same time, they're paying close attention to what you're saying in the word because they know, again, they wouldn't want their friends to know that they're really fanatics when it comes to the Bible or they're tapped in. And maybe hell, they don't have to be. Some of these people might just have some kind of chip or something where they can get some shit downloaded, you know what I'm saying? Or transferred from the data of those who are the real ones into these particular people some way. Like I'm just saying, transmitting or transferring, right? Again, I'm thinking sexual immoralities or something like that as well, right? But again, yeah, so again, they themselves don't even keep. So again, we're talking biblical stuff, but a lot of these people don't even, and then some of these people don't study it at all. You know what I'm saying? But they want to cast judgment on you, especially even we're talking about people higher up, you know what I'm saying, in certain positions of power. You know what I'm saying? They're expecting certain things out of people, but again, they don't even do them themselves. Okay? And again, where it says here, um, everything they do is done for show, an act, right? I'm just saying. Um, I broke my. I didn't want to do that to y'all, but I'm just. I'm sad because I broke my nail. All right, everything they do is done for show. They act holy by wearing on their arms little prayer boxes with scripture verses inside. I don't know what this is talking about. Maybe somebody. I don't know if this is talking about like, what do you call those little things that people wear? I don't know if this is talking about like some certain patches or something. I don't know if like with coat of arms or something. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what this would be. But I feel like it does either have to do with somebody's arm or coat of arms. I don't know. Or even, yeah, I don't know. And by lengthy and memorial fringes of their robes. Okay? So again, of their robes. But then, okay, but when we're talking about robes though, well, I'm thinking like some kind of secret society or something like that, right? Or something, but then also fringes, like the robe is the robe. Somebody adds fringes, right? And then even if we think about fringes, right? Even if we talk about fringes, like, the King of Pentacles, I don't know, this makes me think about some kind of fringes. Makes me think about some kind of like even chest strap or vest or something like that. Um, these also, you know what I'm saying, on these wands, these also remind me of like text or scroll sometimes. Even these like little fringes or whatever that are on the inside of this robe here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. The tassels and these things that are on his robe here. But it's like everything, like it's saying, is it everything that they do for show? Right? Even here, this also, reminds me of something like that, like the writing on the wall to a certain extent, right? I don't know. This is because I've seen something that looks like writing on one of these here cards, actually. Let's see. Yeah, fringes. Oh, hold on. I don't know. Maybe it's something like this thing. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. There's something wearing something on her arm. This little thing here too. I don't know. Maybe this is talking about like some rosary bead. Something people. I mean, I don't know, y'all. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. With scriptures and verses inside. Okay. And by lengthening the memorial fringes of their robes. So again, this may be like an extension, grafting something on, you know what I'm saying? The robe also represents like a covering or whatever to me too. Also like a lengthening, okay, by lengthening the memorial fringes of their robes. I don't know if this is making me think about like somebody doing some kind of memorial or something and making it longer, or I don't know, it's even making me think about like a death or something like that, and somebody like waiting longer to apologies, extending something like this or whatever for some other reason. You know what I'm saying? Also, we see here on the back of her robe that it actually changes colors to, okay, hold on. Hold on. Because people swear and know that they have certain things, that have to do with their genealogy, but they like to point it out. They don't like to remember that they stated these things. They will just make it seem like it's everybody else that have these other, connections to the water or whatnot in their bloodlines. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny to me. So again, look at this. The etching is almost like there's writing on this robe, right? And then there's almost like, look, there's an extension here because there's a little bit of blue here, right? So again, what does that represent? And then down here at the bottom, we have something else. And this kind of looks kind of strange. I don't know, that the shaping of it looks really strange to me. Some kind of extension or something like that. I don't know. I have no, yeah, the memorial fringes of their robes. I don't know what that means. Again, this could be somebody grafting someone in or grafting something into a lineage, because lane or length, lineage, you know what I'm saying? I'm just seeing why that's making me think of that. Because again, a robe is like, again, a covering, like your, coat of arms, adding stuff to it. This could be talking about fringes added to a coat of arms. That should be one way, but actually, there's other things on there. Who knows, right? And they love to sit at the head table at banquets and in the reserved pews in synagogues. So again, I don't know if this is talking about they like when they're serving up something, right? Or like again, a banquet would be when you're feeding someone, when you're serving someone something, a message or something that they're going to consume, possibly, right? And they like to sit at the head at the table. They like to be the one that, what I'm saying, is that main person, or the one, again, this is making me think about somebody sitting at the head, but they don't really belong. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is what is making me think of feasting, because again, this will be having something to do with abundance, possibly, when we're talking about a banquet. Maybe somebody doesn't want to get off of their high horse that they've been put on or something like that. Because it's another thing to be, someone that your energy just kind of pulls people in, and then there's something that has something to do with when you're actually are that person that is making moves or whatever. I mean, I'm just putting it that way just because, right? um it's a difference. Like with the priestly children, or the ones that are the spiritual groups, they're going to be more in the word, they're going to be doing these kind of things or whatever. But then again, if you think about it, when you're talking about just within our so-called community coming into this information, you know, in general, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. This makes me think that about people that wants to sit at the top or at the head, right? They want to be the go-to person, right? Okay. And in the reserved pews in the synagogue. But then when it comes to the synagogue, but then again, we think the synagogue of Satan, you know, they're sitting in the reserved pews, maybe in the back, way in the back, where nobody can really see them. Because again, like I said, these might be people that are acting as though, but they really are not. You know what I'm saying? They say they are Jews, but they are not. They are the synagogue of Satan, devils in red dresses. I mean, not to say that red is evil, but I'm just saying it does give off warning. And it seems like to me, when again thinking about Israel or that energy, even just being a tourist, it gets me a little bit concerned when I see things like this. I just want to know, especially from the things that we've shared here over the past 2 weeks or whatever. It says how they um, enjoy the deference paid them on the streets. So again, paid them on the street. So paid. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. So again, people were talking about, oh, it'll probably be, you know, these people that might, do these things or whatever, or be the ones that rob people. But I'm just thinking it would be the people that really be show stopping. You know what I'm saying? That really be going there. Usually when you talk about the Hebrews or the Jews or whatever, or just we'll just say Hebrews. When you're talking about those, I just realized that brew. So it is like a mix. You know what I'm saying? Mm. But again, he. But then brew is like the compound part of that. It is something that's, I don't know. And it being mixed, right? I don't know. I'm thinking like alchemy or something here. All right. Yeah, so they enjoy uh, the deference paid them on the streets. So again, I don't know. This makes me think about people being paid to do certain things, even to attack or to gang up or be a part of the whole antichrist energy that will be coming after the holy ones, or the ones that will be divine or whatever by nature. You know, people are getting paid to portray people. People are being paid to be silent. People are being paid to be comfortable, you know, so that they can mock and laugh at their neighbor because they don't have, but they know exactly sometimes why they don't have. You know, and again, and a lot of it is because we do have a lot on our plates. It's like having the world on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? But we're more worried about that connection with source ourself, you know what I'm saying, and the people, than we are costly worldly things. It's just how I see it. That don't mean that you shouldn't have those things. It don't mean that you shouldn't have those things. I'm just saying, right? If we're going to be pointing fingers, let's make sure we point them in the right direction. Again, also just think about, again, where I got a lot of slack back in the day by saying, why do we have to go across country and pay for plane tickets and all these things? We could do like seminars online. I got a lot of slack for saying, if we're supposed to be teaching our people something, it'd be more rapid if we just went out and passed or did some kind of thing or whatever together, right? Or if we did something a different way also, but why do people have to pay to go to these functions and everything like that? And again, if you want to do that, that's totally fine. But I'm just saying, um, what are people doing things? I just want to know your intentions when you're doing something. Because a lot of us just, maybe we should be, but a lot of us, some of us don't. Some people do things, for if you like, certain things when it comes to readers. I notice people do give their free time every day to their people. That's showing some kind of, you know, appreciation, but they also on the side do this to make their money, which you should very well be able to do. Same thing. If you're teaching people how to do something, you should be able to make money off of that too. And then, give a certain amount of, but I think when people get to a certain point in their so-called career or their whatever, they don't need that no more. Possibly that money, they may be getting it from somewhere else, or they just don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I feel like things slow down. This is me, again, observing how things work. It's really not to throw shade. It's just observing, but people are going to take it that way anyway. So again, like whatever. Like I said, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Hold on, I got to this chair is really not comfortable. Okay? Or this can just be even talking about, like I said, people that are appointed by governing forces or whatever to do certain things. And to be called rabbi and master. I don't know, I'm thinking master, even Mason or master something, I don't know. But it says, don't ever let anyone call you that. For only God is your rabbi, and all of you are on the same level as brothers. And don't address anyone here on earth as father. Okay? Now, here on earth could be talking about in the status of commoners, peasants, and servants. And this is using a large G, right? But why? Why are they making all these rules? Why can't we, we were reading that book, Ye Are Gods, certain excerpts out of that book, right? Why not? Because the book says that ye are gods, right? That's what Yeshua said, that ye are gods. But when it's coming to all this stuff that, Jesus in all caps is saying here, and then they're saying these people sound like Moses, now it's saying here not to do that. So again, not to call anyone on earth father. But then that means you can't even call your dad father. You know what I'm saying? So again, I just wonder, then that means the vicar of Christ or the Pope or whatever, then, people call him those things, I think, don't they? Yeah, I don't know. For only God in heaven, okay? Now, this could be in your temple in heaven, or this could be like in heaven, which again is still in your temple to me. That's where I make the connection. I don't feel like you need to go to a building to do that. I just never did. So, right? For only God in heaven, right? It makes me think about head in the clouds. Should be addressed like that. Okay? And don't be called master, for only one is your master, even the Messiah. I never really understood why something says even. Like, is that adding on the Messiah, or is that just, that's what that is? You know what I'm saying? I've never really understood why it says even, you know what I'm saying, like that, right? So it says, the more lowly your service to the others, the greater you are. So again, those of you who are feeling like you are just a mustard seed, you know what I'm saying, that your service to others may be greater. Yeah, the more lowly your service to others, the greater you are. So again, maybe this is like a muzzling, this makes me think about muffled or muzzling or a mask, wearing a mask or something like that, or just not telling so much of the information or your business. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that could be also talking about that. But those who think themselves great shall be disappointed and humbled. And those who humble themselves shall be exalted. All right. So again, somebody wants somebody to humble themselves. But again, we're talking about these children, right, that have been lost and misled, possibly, right? But he's also but they're saying that Jesus is talking to, he's talking to the crowds. Yeah, he's talking to the crowds and his disciples. So again, I guess we would have to know who's in that crowd that he's talking to, right? It's obviously somebody trying to get somebody to comply with something, a certain group to comply with something, right? Not to look at yourself as God's yourself. But again, now that we're doing that, we are rising. You know what I'm saying? In a proper, respectful way, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that also there's a greater power. But again, you need to uphold yourself as a miniature, you know what I'm saying? Something on this plane right now, and not be taking no trash. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like, right? But again, those who think themselves great, that means that, again, that's also source, I feel, bringing people down a notch that are in certain positions of power that think that they have the power and authority, but they're looking to all of the little boys and girls, or gods with a little g, for answers. And the answers that are coming out of the mud are making them look some sort of foolish sometimes. And I think that's Source's way of showing up and showing out, right? And they're going to have these plans to do these things, and they may be getting disappointed, right? This might be even those who have been exalted in the community, but then now things are starting to come out about some of these individuals that may change people's views. I don't know. All right? Because again, from the beginning of this, I already realized that it was already an attack on me. So I don't know. Maybe now it's time, like we said, that other people are judged, and not just like do that in heaven in higher elevated statuses like you do on earth. So that's like you talking about the crime. You know what I'm saying? But then we have criminals running things. It's just, see how that kind of don't make sense a little bit? Like that. Yeah, like that. Woe to you, Pharisees, and you religious leaders. Okay? All right. Again, religious leaders, because this is why I don't like to use that term religion unless we're talking about the way that I deal with the word. After breaking that down. Hypocrites. Crime this, crime that. Nobody's doing nothing about the crime anymore. It's like they don't care anymore. They'll judge you for doing something small, as if you can't be holy if you do certain things, like drink wine or, do other things, whatever you would think, okay? But they do these things to the max. Excuse me. For you won't let others enter the kingdom of heaven, and won't go in yourselves. Right? So again, they won't let people enter the kingdom of heaven. So again, that's making me think somebody's dome or their mind it could be what it might be talking about on a certain level, right? Or even status, right? When it comes to status, right here on this earthly plane. And won't go yourselves. So again, that's making me think about an elevated status or something, like climbing some form of the ladder. And you pretend to be holy in all your long public prayers in the streets, okay? While you are evicting widows from their homes. Oh. So again, there has been a heavy sense. So Source want me to go ahead and address it. I'm gonna just go ahead and stop right here, and we're gonna just grab one of these. Oh no, we're gonna use these real quick. This Aboriginal deck. All right, so now I see. Okay, yeah, I got you. What you're trying to say? All right. So again, there's a sense of that here. There's a sense of that energy here. Okay, that again, I feel like people have been playing games and keeping us, again, in our books, while they come and listen and bite off of our style. You know what I'm saying? Meantime, they are working with their legalities because they're in these principalities or dealing with principalities in order to take people's things. And, it's saying don't do those things, and it's saying that they don't do the same thing. But, like I said, is this talking about people that are possibly purchasing lands and saying that they got patents? I don't know. Or, taking from others, I don't know. Again, widows, because where did the men go? And why is it this thing about single women, single ladies at this point in time? Evicting widows, because this is making me think about like celestial or spiritual or spiritual connections, right? That people are just trying to put out. That's why I'm like skeptical when people say things to me like, why are you saying that? Because you know what I'm saying? Somebody might say there's a verbal contract or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering these crafty ways that people could be doing certain things to remove people off of their thrones. So again, evicting widows from their homes, you know, yeah, fatherless, husbandless uh, wives, or could a husband can be a widow too, though. Single people, I don't know. I don't know. Like maybe this is the push for, again, breaking up of the families. You know what I'm saying? It seems like, because if you can do that, then it's easier for you to drive over, or you know, like drive someone out that way, or even lead them into the arms of Massa. But again, you think about this Bible and it's saying don't call anyone on the earth master. But again, they so-called had people calling people master, you know, during times of so-called slavery. So was that the will of man, or was that, you know, were they following what was the words in this book? Most of them people couldn't even read either. You know what I'm saying? If I'm thinking back, like really, right? So again, you hypocrites, okay? So again, shamanic healer oracle deck we have here, and it says masculine energy. So again, that card just keeps coming out for me. It really does. Divine timing. So something must be right on time. Look at this. So again, we got the sun here. I'm just saying, we got the sun. We got the all-seeing eye. I'm just saying. The sun kind of looked like a star as well. In reunion of souls. So again, connection of soul siblings, right? Because again, a lot of us have been, you know, disconnected from our soul tribe for whatever reason. It just seems like, you know, I'm pretty sure other people can, you know, vouch for this type of energy too. That all of a sudden you were, you know, pretty cool and easy to get along with, and then all of a sudden people find out, you know, who you are or whatever, and that they don't want nothing to do with you no more. You know what I'm saying? They want to leave you in the dust. So that's why I'm very careful about, you know, judging people in these times, because someone can really have you fooled. That's kind of crazy. Okay, for you won't let others enter the kingdom of heaven. Look at this. But it's saying you won't let them. Wow. You know, you won't let them. And this is me saying you won't let my people in large numbers become governors and everything like that. You know, I'd like to check the records of whatever her name is, Bush, and these other people that's coming into office. You know what I'm saying? Again, a lot of them are saying up front that they are like only third generation. So again, when it said, what did it say to one of the people? Was it Judah or somebody? They said, is there not a person left from this tribe that can do whatever these things are? Y'all know I ain't all like that. I ain't never trying to act like I am. I take my time with the word. We decipher it, again, as a scryer or a seer. That's what I do. And again, I might get double the information next time I go through the chapter. It's just whatever stands out to me that's important in that time that can be pulled from this. And I have a lot of markings. If you look here, there's really nothing here, but for some reason this is all tatted up, right? Chapter 23 and 24, I think, is all tatted up. So there must be something here, okay? So again, let's keep on moving so I can just hurry up and get through with this. It's not that long. Okay. All right. And it says, yes, woe upon you hypocrites, for you go to all lengths to make one convert and then turn him into twice the son of hell you are yourselves. Wow. Look at y'all. I'm seeing transformation here. Wow. And guess what cards we pulled here? Choose your path. There's just been a lot of that energy here. Right? Choose your path. Direction, guardian. You know, this is almost giving me like the wheel energy here. The wheel of fortune. Um, Guardian angel, you are not alone. Okay. Again, another thing with the sun, the moon, and that all-seeing eye there, and feathers. Okay, and then we have the seer. See beyond the current situation. Again, that's I find it hard to. I'm trying to, like, enjoy the ride, but because at first I feel like I was there, like looking at the end goal. You know what I'm saying? But again, now I'm just more like in the now. Magic guardian, unlock the magic within. This is what they don't want you to do. And you see how this smoke or steam or whatever is fuming out of that bowl. But this makes me think about protection over her head. Beautiful. I love these cards. I love them. I just love the images. So let's keep moving. Yeah. Yeah. Hypocrites, I guess this is talking about. And again, putting somebody through, like, again, some kind of hanged man energy, possibly. Right? I don't know. I look at it like that. And trying to convert somebody into something. And then, again, it's damaging. It's almost like, killing someone, in order to, I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking like Rosicrucian, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, this is making me think about, again, like a dark night of the soul energy here, or tower moments, like even over and over again, in order to harden the heart of these people. That's what it's making me think about. It's like somebody abusing their power because they have some form of position or authority. Twice the son of hell you are yourselves. So again, to make somebody really hunger for something, or just really have to really do extra work and make it hard for someone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm seeing here. Right? And then blind guides. So again, they will blind the guides. Maybe that's why the seer energy is here. Right? Blind the guides. You know what I'm saying? And guides, that's just made me want to say God. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what is getting me. Like Godhead energy. Even with that eye. Yeah. And then again, after they've ruined or made the guide look kind of, cuckoo, possibly, if we weren't really kind of smart or kind of more crafty than they thought that we were, that we could get crafty too. We just choose to use our gifts for positive things and, enlightening and lifting people up, right? Mentally, spiritually. But again, we could do it with our eyes closed with that high priestess energy, which was the first card that I just got this newer deck so I can have a smaller deck to go through. Because I got tired of those big old cards trying to... my hands is big, but they ain't that damn big. And the high priestess is the first one that came out of the deck. Why is this deja vu? They blinded the guides. This is what I'm saying. Oh, there she is, right here at the bottom. And that's probably why we got high priestess energy with the moon at the feet, right? With all the seeds behind her. And also she has the Torah. Woe upon you. So again, cutting off the head, that Medusa energy, but taking it and putting it in a place where they can utilize it if they want to. Yeah, they can utilize it, right? They can hide it and utilize it when they need to use it, but they don't want to keep it amongst the people because they feel like, again, you see what I'm saying? Because again, they know we are very intuitive and we can still, yeah, yeah. Woe upon you. Even with the face like even with those mandates, and then you see people still talking and stuff on microphones, and it just don't make no sense, y'all. And I'm just wondering if anybody can write here what the hospital situation looks like in your town. I'd like to know. Because if this has been going on, because someone said today, the speaker said today, oh, everybody wants the pandemic to be over. Well, cut it out, because it's ridiculous at this point. They want to make it seem like I'm just going to say what it is. They're making it seem like those who don't want to be done that way or get the antidote are a problem. They probably have made some of us, again, knowing that it's really the breath of God. They probably just want to get rid of some of us because we don't want to take it or force us to get it. That's also making me think of that. Yeah. I mean, you're already blind though, But again, I think that there's some type of something that came through, some kind of anointing, some kind of something. Now, again, it could be better, for me right now. I do still feel like it, but look, here we go. Right? Blinded and guarded, foot on the soil, foot on the in the water. The arms are bound. Who has her arms? Who has her arms from that coat of arms or that seal from the USS Bruton? Where's the arms of that creature? I'll say creature, because it makes me think of a lion. It makes me think of a wolf. It makes me think of a dog. It makes me think of, it looks like a whole bunch of a dragon mixed into one, if you really ask me. And I don't think there's any fringes or anything on there. It just is what it is. But we found the Triton. We went and found that Triton. But who's dressed in red sitting at the top? But again, are we blinded right now or are they? Depends on who your God is, who your daddy is. Is it the God on the dollar bill that you trust? Yeah. And then turn them into, that's the energy here. Because I would think that, again, and we do have people provoking energy and things like that and projecting energy to make you act straight. I'm telling you, if these weapons of mass deception that they have, you probably wouldn't believe. All right. And again, that's also making me think about fallen angel or angel energy, possibly, misdirecting, children or, leaders or whatever, misdirecting people and making them so hard that they're even meaner than them, so that these people that are on the top can point down and say, see how they're acting? They can be the ones to tap your phone and monitor you now. It's not just the governing forces, the CIA and the FBI or governing forces. No, it's actually people within the community now that want to take you down even more further a notch, because they've already had a stepping stool to walk over your back, right? And put a boot on your neck. So again, now they're pretty much like, you're the new slaves and they're pretty much going to be over you, right? Yeah. So again, they provoked you to anger. But again, what they say, God is slow to anger. That's that meek energy of the American. Sometimes, again, some of us have that trait. More than likely, it was something your grandma or your grandpa already had. A certain meekness, but then we know how to get things done too, and we know how to get it popping if we have to. So I'm just saying, it's just that energy. A lot of people are waiting for you to stay in that. And they're noticing that we can't be held down. Yeah. Yeah, woe upon you, for your rule is that to swear by God's temples, okay? By God's with a capital G, God's temple, okay? One temple, God's temple means nothing. You can break the oath, but to swear by the gold in the temple is binding. Hold on. All right. I know we did swear already because people are automatically going to think curse, like a cuss word. But again, swearing or also taking oaths, right? Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to leave y'all. Means nothing. You can break the oath, but swear by the gold in the temple is binding. I don't know. This is kind of difficult because it could be talking about a curse word, and it can also be talking about taking, like swearing, like I swear, something like taking a like an oath swear. Okay, all right. And then it says here, blind fools, which is greater, the gold or the temple that sanctifies the gold? Ooh. The gold or the temple that sanctifies the gold? Again, who's blind here? What kind of blind are we talking about? Blind guides that also need to tap into these particular holy vassals in order to tap into that holy information, to the holy grail, right? Wow. Because, yeah, gold. So I'm thinking even like a holy grail here. And say to take an oath by the altar. Now, altar means alternative to me sometimes, or an altar. It's a change, right? I know we've done that here. If you wanted to check out that, but again, and you say that to take an oath by the altar, an idol. It's what it is. The altered version of something. By the altar, okay? And take an oath by the altar can be broken, but to swear by the gifts on the altar is binding. This is a little bit more deep than I want to go right now. The gifts on the altar. Because again, an idol, what did they do with the idol or the calf, the golden calf? They dressed it up, made it look really pretty and everything, and put it in front of everybody. They all put their money in to go behind it to help it. Again, but sometimes I feel like, again, that's something that could be done to any of us. There's something, again, someone, a soul sibling did a video today talking about something like this, like people putting dibs on. That could be something. It may be some of us that, again, people actually see something really in you, and they might want to back you because they see that unfair. Oh yeah, maybe that's what that one card was about, the fair man, right? Maybe somebody wanted to balance the scales because they saw somebody as a gem that was trying to be covered and decided to help it flourish. Kind of like even with, like I said, the Maui energy that I'm resonating with about, again, being picked up or whatever by the gods. Rather, I'm not saying physically, but I'm just saying, again, mentally, right? I have to acknowledge that part. I don't know how much of it was, through forces, or how much of it, again, is through natural gifts that we have just natural connections to each other. All right. All right. Or the altar itself that sanctified the gift, ? When you swear by the altar, you are swearing by it and everything on it. And when you swear by the temple, you are swearing by it and by God who lives in it. This is talking about a vassal. This is talking about a being. This is talking about beings. This could be talking about, like the natural way, or also, again, it's making me think about, like, even when we're talking about artificial intelligence, what is that? Then I think I just said something about a chip. You know what I'm saying? So again, could that be a warning that you're swearing by that with the altar, you're swearing by that and their foreign fathers. That could be any of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to put myself outside of the equation. I'm just saying. I'm just someone that likes to know the truth, and I'm asking these questions. Right? Because when it comes to star seeds, there are certain things about us that we don't know, that other people very well do know. Mm. And what could that mean? You know, have you been tagged at birth for some of us? You know, again, late 70s, early 80 babies. Yeah. So again, this is making me think about like a individual body or a sovereign body, and then this is making me think about some body that might be connected to, again, a foreign god or some other kind of, I don't know. All right, but who lives in it makes me think about something more organic, you know, something more ancient, like the Egyptian statues that have people or serpents inside of the crowns or the headpieces. And when you swear by heavens, you are swearing by the throne, okay? In the head. Oh, telepathic messages or any other kind of projected messages. So again, that's even making me think about like different why some people are really getting messed up by doing spell work and stuff like that right now. Or maybe they don't even know it. They're doing it now, but it might pile up and hit them all at once, hopefully. If that's what you're doing to people. Because they didn't realize that and maybe this is why God is going to prepare that table. Because he's hearing that energy is there. It's also recording while they're sitting there trying to record what you're doing. That energy can also see what they're doing. That's why they're like, oh, how did this person know this? Because source sees. And then, see, I don't know. The throne of God, swearing by the throne of God and by God himself. So this is talking about that throne, okay, that crown, that corona, that third eye, that mind's eye, that whatever you want to go ahead and say, because we're not all going to be able to be at the same point of understanding, you know what I'm saying? It's just not. So again, the throne, and by God, the throne is the wife. I mean, it just is. It's just, in my eyes, the capital energy, but can also, be transmitted or go off into other temples. But it's the temple I feel that they would use for their main home, their forever home. Possibly, I don't know. Maybe that's the joining of that other kind of not like a twin flame, but like mounting on or just even connecting to your higher self or ascending, like an ascended master energy possibly, or shamanic energy. Yes, woe upon you, Pharisees, and the other religious leaders, hypocrites, for you tithe down to the last mint leaf in your garden, but ignore the important things, justice and mercy and faith. Now, this makes me think about me talking about them. You make sure you got everything tied down up in y'all countries, but when we want to talk about what's going on in America, oh, it's in an uproar. Americans, especially ancient American, that have ancient American ancestry, they can't have anything to say about what's going on, right? But again, their children have been exalted in front of us in some of these sometimes, right? That's up for you to discern, right? They're also going to be gifted things in front of us that we're going to be witnessing, and it's probably going to piss God off, right? Yeah. But they want to give you freebies or make you a beggar. And I don't know why I'm seeing like a separation of a divine masculine and feminine not coming together, because they are supposed to be the ones that carry this thing in together with others. And, again, they'll rather have them with someone who is not that person or the altar, right, than the real thing. When, again, it ain't nothing like the real thing. They want to get rid of the real thing. Like, I was listening to that a little bit of that speech that she was doing, the speaker was doing today, and she said, yeah, we hope that all this is going to be over. COVID, is about to be over, and that that she said America is moving, and then we can do this and that. I'm just thinking, what does she mean by America is moving? What is that sense? What were we just reading in here about someone moving from one location to another location? I said, something just don't seem right about that. But okay, if that's what you want me to think, but something don't seem, and ain't nobody gonna come and remove me. So I don't know. It almost seemed like some kind of thing that they said that they were battling in court or whatever is going on. But of course, the real child or the real owner or the real other party is not going to be aware of this. They are only going to be talking to the people that want your land, right? That they're in cahoots with. They're not going to let the other party know. You have to guess. I guess they feel like this is son of God. They seem psychic. Let them figure it out. So it's kind of like that energy where somebody's plotting and planning right now. They're saying peace, peace, but they're plotting and planning something. Either to possibly physically remove America. Because, of course, I'm pretty sure they're looking at us, or people like me, and me as a troublemaker. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just been given eyes to see, right? This is crazy. Okay, let's just get this out. Let's get this out, and then I gotta go. But ignore the important things: justice and mercy and faith. Yes, you should tithe. Oh my goodness, this is what we just said. Hold on. Hold on. You should tithe or pay. But you shouldn't leave the more important things undone. This is what I said about the multitude, right? Blind guides. So who are really the blind guides? They got blind leading the blind. And we've been blinded to see what they doing, but we're not blind when it comes to what's going on with Source. We're not blind when it comes to what's going on with our particular God. Yeah. Even how we were talking about you giving all this money, but the important things ain't never getting done. So where the hell is the money going? You strain out a gnat and swallow a camel. Wow. Woe to you, Pharisees, and you religious leaders, hypocrites. You are so careful to polish the outside of the cup. Okay. All right. Okay. But the inside is foul. How you gonna win if you ain't right within? That's what I'm saying about putting these performance, I was about to say pigs, but that's not nice, in front of us. Oh, why am I? David. Is this the Star of David or Ramfam? I don't know, y'all. I don't know, but that just made me think of it, right? And it made me think about, this is like a ultimate gift by God, and these people that carry this pentacle are supposed to be guided. Are supposed to be protected, right? And even how I said today, we got this girl Bush or whatever that's spending all this money on these guards and everything and protection, but you got people like me, again, that are me, that are clearly somewhat gifted, you know what I'm saying, or have some type of purpose to do, and again, they shroud you out, or things like that. And again, they talk bad about, I know what they do, talk bad about the way, probably I dress and stuff like that and everything like this, but I know me, you know what I'm saying, and I don't do nothing that I'm, you know what I'm saying, I just do what I want to do, right? Yeah, with extortion and greed. It's damn, so they can put them red dresses on and whatever else they want to put on, and they can keep on juggling between the good and the bad and calling the bad good and the good, evil. All they want to do, taking crafty counsel here, so they can hold on to these pinnacles. Hopefully this is the right one and not the dirty one. The one that's dirty on the inside, that want to keep, that actually don't give a damn if they people, if actually, as long as it look like they care, they really don't care if this is you. Oh my goodness, I did never notice that. Look at this. If you ain't gonna tell me that this ain't a face on that stomach of this thing, on the front of this cup, that just kind of scared me a little bit. First cleanse the inside of the cup, and then the whole cup will be clean. Again, but I think that also this could be having something to do with some of the ascension and growth that we went through. But did some of us need to go through it necessarily? Because again, I look at myself. Yes, I'm more refined. I'm more a little bit more cut, like where I can get kind of like aggressive, and I'm not afraid to share that part of myself. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm still the same. But it's just really like how it said in Moana that the people that you meet are going to change you. You know what I'm saying? The relationships and bonds that have been built, they did harden or scar. It's going to leave you. She said, her grandma said, it's going to leave you with scars. So it did kind of scar me, but it didn't change me for the worse, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. The way I'm treating people is still the same way. My attitude may be a little bit different. I was just listening to the song by The Game, Dream, in the car. You know what I'm saying? It kind of made me think about something, about like yourself. Like after being tried through the furnace, it was making me think of, like, on that level. Okay, woe to you, Pharisees, and you religious leaders. You like beautiful mausoleums full of dead men's bones. Ooh. Okay, we found a couple of these, but I'm just wondering again, is this talking about some of these Black Widow energies? Again, if someone comes and tries to defile a holy temple, it's not your fault that they're going to have to go through some kind of dark night, but they will call you Lilith, or they will look at you some kind of way. But I'm talking about women out here that can actually be really taking out masculines and others. What I was telling you, like I said, about people that have lots of knowledge about some of these things that may have helped you on your journey, that also still have information about you. Crime rate going up. Some people still dealing with lack of knowledge, not really knowing about the extra things that they could be accumulating. So again, there we go with that. There was somebody talking about pirate energy today, and how it might be those people. But again, we already know the meekness of those who are in that, because we have done that work. We have done that, clean ourselves to get the gunk out. We've done that. And the foulness and corruption. You try and look like saintly men and women, and put other people under the microscope, bring chaos into their lives, and then make it a spectacle, right? Keeping the camera off of you, when again, I couldn't even imagine the stank. They're worried about people's body odor, and I'm worried about what it would smell like if somebody cut a pig open. But underneath those pious robes, again, it's almost like taking the emperor's new clothes, or taking somebody else's robe or somebody else's something and wearing it. So how can you even trust? Again, for me, I'm saying, how can I trust these masculines after they've been playing with these feminines? That's what I'm saying. And it seems as though they abandoned to go and play. And now I'm looking like, While they probably looking at me like, ew, look at her this and look at her that. You know what I'm saying? And she don't even do this and she don't even do that. And I'm just like, well, I don't chase and I don't try to hold on to anything for dear life. If they want to come, they can come. If they want, you know what I'm saying? And that's with energy and anything. I'm very careful about, especially from now on, about who, and never let around now. Even though, again, none of this is on the physical for me. Unless somebody else has some kind of way to beam me up with Scotty, or beam me up Scotty. You know what I'm saying? And some shit is going on. I mean, other than that, when I'm fast asleep, other than that, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What she say on Crooklyn? She said, "Oh, I ain't know. You know what? I keep my pajamas clean." Mm-hmm. All right. But underneath those pious robes of yours are hearts uh, besmirched with the every sort of hypocrisy and sin. Yes, woe to you, Pharisees, and you religious leaders, hypocrites, for you build monuments to the prophets killed by your fathers and lay flowers on the graves of those godly men they destroy. This remind me of that damn thing I just seen on TV today. Didn't they have like a UK something? Didn't they just have that thing? And didn't they say they extended it or they changed the time of it or something about it? Is that not the case? Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the same thing. So here you are, me claiming to be a royal heir of a throne and having people possibly that might be in cahoots with others that are using their instruments and their tools to spy and to try to find something to discredit, right? Like it said that they were trying to do in Deuteronomy here, right? But what do you do? How? And that's why I say, they say it's cockiness, rude, is all this stuff. No, but how are you really gonna judge me? I don't operate like that. No man on this earth can judge me. No woman, no child, nobody. You might get other people to believe that about themselves, but I am that I am. And you can do, you can't do, you shouldn't do. But the fact that you did what you did, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. And again, to me, it's almost like it's been wiped away already. As soon as it came to me and Source said, yeah, that's what's going on. I said, oh, okay, well, I would have been horrified if I hadn't gone through this process. But again, it is what it is. I guess people need something to do. But this is what this is making me think of right here today. When I just saw that clip. We certainly would never have acted as our fathers did. And saying that you are accusing yourselves of being the sons of wicked men. Right? This sounds like what somebody was trying to say. See, and that's what I'm saying. All of a sudden, people get on random times when they don't normally get on, and then they start talking. But, they already know that early this morning you was up doing this. So, again, what they probably did was just went on saying, oh, she was in Matthew 23. Let me go and read 24 so I can go ahead and observe this and, and then I can go ahead and just, say some things so she's saying it, and I can make it look like it's mine. I'm just saying, mixing stuff up. In the kitchen, yeah, and make it, trying to flip it. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about these energies. That's how you can tell, people just expose themselves to a certain extent, right? Wait. Let's just stop and try to say, oh, it's probably going to be those people, and woo, it gets to me. Being the sons or descendants, right, of wicked men. So they're trying to flip the script on us when, again, we already know what it is. Again, and if people have been watching, you already know what it is. With me, I'm just real 100%. I don't even have no time to play. This year has changed me. I ain't got no time to play with nobody. You understand what I'm saying? It just is. And you are following in their steps. Same thing. Filling up the full measure of their evil. Snakes, sons of vipers. Boom. That's what we're talking about. The sons of the descendants of vipers. The brooding vipers, the viperous energy. That's also that mothering energy. Oh, matter of fact, it made me think about another soul sibling today, giving that message about the mothers. And and then yesterday too, about the mothers, you know, trying to keep the sons away from those they love, to make them into, you know, karmic lovers, or make them into, you know, something else. I don't know. How can we escape the judgment of hell? Again, that maybe they trying to put people in hell, or act as though some of us are in hell and that we're calling judgment. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Um, yeah, but I'm just saying again, like I just said, it's coming. I will send you prophets and wise men and inspired writers, and you will kill some by crucifixion and rip open the backs of others with whips in your synagogues and hound them from city to city. So this is the chasing off or luring off energy. I don't know. So that you'll become guilty of all the blood of murdered godly men with a little g, okay, from righteous Abel, Zechariah, son of Berechiah, okay, or Berechiah, okay, slain by you in the temple between the altar and the sanctuaries. Mm, mm, mm. Yes, all the accumulated judgment of the century shall break upon the heads of this very generation. What did I write here? Oh, I don't even know. I can't see what it says. I wrote a name here and I can't read it. Slain by you in the temple between the altar and the looky here, y'all. Maybe this is talking about killing off that connection, that soul tie, or that connection. It could be talking about physical, because I've been feeling like there's a death. But if anything, it's talking about killing off or cutting off that connection. Oh my goodness. For me, that's what it's pointing to. That's what I feel. Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets. Oh my goodness. Did y'all notice? I noticed on, I think it was Travis Scott's shirt, they magnified it at that concert. And I don't know. I don't even really talk on it, but I remember they were like blue or whatever men walking when they came into this portal or something, and then they turned out to be like devils or whatever. And it made me think, when I saw that, it made me think about one of these divine, not divine feminines, but one of these feminines, right? And, you know, then they came out red with horns. And you notice right after that, that's when I seen the two ladies. One is a high priestess, or again, an oracle card reader that I feel is connected somehow to my energy or family lineal ties. And the other with the red hat with the chain around it that I feel is connected to a masculine, right? A divine masculine, right? Or both of them, okay? Okay? Possibly the Gemini and the Scorpio, right? In some kind of way. And I noticed that shirt had them coming out red. And it was around the same time, within a week or so, of these women coming out in red. Very sweet Southern charm oriented. But really, what's behind them red lips? In them red damn dresses. And this is what's making me think maybe the three sisters. Oh, hold on. So maybe this is the correlation I see about these feminines when we pull that three witches card, that might have something to do with some kind of inheritance. And is a masculine down? I'm hearing man down. And is there something that somebody is hiding when it comes to some type of inheritance, whether it's them or not. And this is the girl I told you, do not go sending your pictures to nobody and your address to none of these heifers. I'm telling you now. And I wouldn't be signing up for none of they. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you because I'm that energy of Esther that was helping in prophesying things that would help when it comes to times of danger, when it came to the tribes, when it came to the people in general. I'm just telling you. This is all what source is showing me now. Watch out for these heifers. I don't give a damn who it is, because when it comes to my masculines, even though they treat me some kind of way, I don't play. When it comes to the feminines as well, I don't play. So their whole thing is to make us look like witches when they're really doing the black magic in the graveyards and shit behind the scenes, because we cuss or because we do this or because we are just joyful, happy people. And you know what I'm saying? This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. And they're sitting right in front of your face smiling with their red dress on and them red hats. Believe me, they know more about you than you do. Some of you. Me, anyway. And I feel even the masculines could have been with them on some of these things. And then the other person again. Oh, that's the third possibly. Because she kind of just disappeared out the scene, even though she's still a big name within the community, but she just disappeared behind that moon because, the moon real smart. But again, all your enemies will join together in order to, and look, it looked like she being abducted in her damn sleep. Look at that. Look at that. I'm telling you what I'm saying right now. What does this say? How often I have wanted to gather your children together as a hen. O Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones all those God sends to her. Now, again, this energy, I'm going to stop right now and say, is it that energy? But where I'm going to go back with it, for me, I feel like that's what people are trying to project on me. But I'm still a loving, caring energy inside and out. I've been forgiving and forgiving and forgiving, right? But again, the prophet sent to me, but how can I see you if all I see is what you doing, you know what I'm saying, which it really ain't none of my business, really. But again, if you're not doing that with me, right? If you're not doing that with me, then I see it there because I can't help what I see, being a seer. I can't help what I see or what I sense. You know what I'm saying? So I can't trust you if I know that energy that you're dealing with. So when it comes to that jealous God, if we're talking about a feminine God, I beg to differ because I really don't care. If you want to go, then you can go. If you want to come, you are free to do so. But I am not a beggar when it comes to somebody being in my energy. Again, I feel like it is a privilege. I feel like it's a privilege to be in their energy. I feel like it's a privilege for somebody to be in mine. So again, it may look like I do that, but I'm guarded. But again, we're talking about putting these people through the furnace so much with all these knives in the heart. You know what I'm saying? And all these lies and all this deception. Nobody's putting that part out, that they use those tactics in order to harden the hearts of the women, right? Possibly to make them into so-called bitches or whatever, right? They didn't show all of the things that were going on, especially even from other feminine energies, right? And again, if you're talking about any kind of intercourse or something, like, then that's probably not, because it reminded me of somebody saying, like, you got to do what we do. And I'm thinking, like, what is that? Because when I was looking at that whole thing about what happened here, it was something about some kind of witchcraft and orgy something. I'm like, what the hell? And I was thinking like, oh, well, I need to just cleanse my home or whatever. But I'm just thinking like, what other kind of stuff could have been going on these lands in some of our neighborhoods and stuff like that over time? Like, what other kind of stuff could be going on here on the spiritual, in the spiritual realm? So again, of course, if I get wind that there's such thing, if I start taking succubus energy serious and all these other energies of people mounting, or old wise tales that my grandma used to tell about, other kind of energies or whatever, then of course I'm going to guard myself. And especially if I see you dealing with this person and I see their energy, then I can't really be allowed to be around that. So it's really good for me to be around, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. like one genuinely person that's almost a mirror reflection of me in a sense. I don't know. That's kind of like what I feel like. And again, if you coming at me sideways, you're coming with trickery, right? Heartbreak, trickery, playing games, juggling energy, then again, you're not going, like really. And this is what I've said about messengers and stuff getting lost, and why there should be justice. Because I think that a lot of these people didn't tell about all of the stuff that they were doing to the lovers, right? They didn't tell about all of the tactics that they were using in order to make you distrust what they were doing before they even extended a hand or a helping hand out to you, period. Or even a conversation, period. So again, it's to make it seem as though these women are being difficult, but really it's probably about some kind of financial gain. And most of, right, not all of, or some of these entities were actually just, again, male succubus energies as well, that maybe were giving to others but weren't giving to the Empress. More so taking and going away in shame, hiding their faces, which again would lead to what I would look at as some type of energy like this, where I see like discernment and like really I just like sensei kind of energy right there with that card. Even though we're not reading, right, all the magic spells and all these things that they were doing with these empresses, and with these feminines, right? And then also it's like leaving them wounded as well, right? Now your feelings might have been a little bit wounded if you thought you was gonna get something like whatever if you came up over here, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? But again, after some time I had to come up out of them damn illusions because wasn't nothing popping. Yes, it was joyful and fun, you know what I'm saying? But again, I had to also be watching out for all these wands coming at me. And then you going back, to me, it make it seem like, dude, if that's your enemy, then you sleeping with it, then I can't have nothing to do with you. Because then, I know that some of these feminines want to get other feminines' energies. They're like energy harvesters. For real. They really want to tap in because they are dead inside. Soulless. Disgusting people that just like to look nice in front of your face. And they watch us very closely and act like you don't. You don't support or nothing, but you making sure you watch to make sure that I ain't saying nothing else about your ass. And it ain't even personal. It got something to do with the people. That's the only reason why I do. Look at this. Bone collector. Look at that. And rescue. Woo-wee. I'm wondering. I see this cave here. I don't know why I just somebody cave or something like that. Listen. The only embarrassing thing to me, right, at this point is knowing that these people probably still have access to tools that they can use in order to tap into my energy that might get me to do some of these things here. So that I can try to trap myself in something. Like randomly, I haven't done a geographical scan in a long time, but then I did that. And then all of a sudden, oh, witchcraft, look, she does this, And so again, that's the energy, because I can't see these people doing this. So again, people that say, oh, show some proof. Well, again, I'm the proof. I feel like I am the way, I am the light, and I give it freely to the people for a very long time. Not asking for one penny. Not getting one penny either from those that have been sent to help me achieve certain things when it comes, or at least showing me the way so that I can have a full. And that's what I'm saying. If they were sitting here playing around for this whole year and a half, did nobody tell me nothing that can give me some kind of gain? But again, when you're talking about feminines and some of us, again, being used as trophy wives, it leaves you, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to those choicest ones, sometimes masculines might want to keep you to themselves. But again, if you are, then damn, you know what I'm saying? Take care of me mentally. You know what I'm saying? Give me the, show me the game. At least I ain't trying to, it ain't even got to be financially for me. You know what I'm saying? Just show me how to do what I need to do. Point me in a direction. But again, it seems as though other feminines or whatever, other beings are in their head or whatever and don't want them to do that for some of us. And so they don't want us to have nothing. So that's the case. So again, these people will be probably having a whole court case about you, you included, but you was not invited and you was not there. So that the other people can just walk away with whatever stuff that would be in a will or anything. This is what I'm seeing, y'all. I don't care what nobody think. That I've used my gifts for good. And if you get caught up into it, then damn, you must have been doing something bad. Because that's just not what it, again. Unexpected visitors. So somebody is peeping. Somebody is peeping. Spirit of place. I'm just wondering if there's some kind of something when it comes to this area, dude. Because again, a lot of them have dry deserts. No, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just keeping it real. While again, the Hebrew women and those women were the ones that were the nursing women or the ones that were having the babies. Because most of the time the women that were with some of these overseers and stuff were barren or they were probably not women. I mean, it just is what it is. I'm just saying. The dragon's lair. Okay? I feel like this is talking about what I'm talking about. I don't know why 19 is really standing out. Okay? And then movement. I think this is speaking to me though. But I feel like a lot of this stuff is about to hit rock bottom when it comes to this construct and what they've been doing. Because again, we cleaning house. It's time for a metamorphosis. You know, again, a lot of us have been refined or rebirthed several times already. Right? But then there's something about this golden palace. Because again, we're going to continue to ride the wave. Because some of us are wizards of awareness. And sometimes your masculines or other people are wizards and, you know, other things too. That doesn't always mean something bad. It just depends on, again, like money being the root of all evil. But it's depending on what you're using it for or how you're, you know what I'm saying? That really is what it is. Right? So again, a little sense of encouragement. Now, this is something that I can say. This is something that my masculines have given. And then the feminine energies, divine feminine energies that are working things with their gifts and their talents. That came from them. And somewhat, but those are the people they want to label as witches and evil. And not saying that everybody does good, but I'm just telling you, most of these people that are readers are just making an honest living and they just doing something that they enjoy doing and they're sharing their time for free and they're getting paid. You know what I'm saying? When again, some of these other people are not. It just is what it is. But they want to just try to talk about what we're doing. And believe me, the higher up it goes, the more ridiculous it can get. All right? So again, that's it. We're going to stop right there. Anyways, I have to go. All right. So I will see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will come back. 24 is pretty short and straight to the point. So again, you can read it on your own, like I said, if you want. But I'm gonna come back and do it a little bit. I'm gonna come back and do this later, and then we're gonna go back into the into chapter 2 of Deuteronomy, and I think that's it for today. I mean, really, I think it is. Let's just read this card real quick before I leave. Okay. Was it? No, I'm trying to figure out which one we did. On Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories, creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself and the world. So to get the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that spirit is in all things. Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co-creation. So tell the one we know to be true about you, a story of courage, gratitude, and honesty. Tell an empowered story about well-being, wisdom, and grace. You will experience your world according to the story you tell about it. So make sure there's stories you'll be proud of. Okay, so it says Geminian Loving Fan Club. Okay, so again, this is the postcard, and yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys later. You know, we like to tell the stories here, right? Try to keep it as real as possible. All right, bye.